You must be the Dutch guy.
Coin hunt, we got what you want. We got gold and silver, seems everyone's a winner. It's so elementary, you get one free entry. Every single rifle make your collection dazzle. TGBCHraffle.com, TGBCHraffle.com.
TGBCHraffle.com's da-na-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na. How the devil are you? You all right? So, nice to see ya, nice. Now, mind you, I'm not that bothered about you lot today, as it were, in a way, because me and Chris are just doing a stock take and we're doing it live, that's all. Now, I just had a conversation with somebody. He said to me, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it live? And it's like, well, because I'm being, we have to acknowledge the fact that I am being absolutely torn to pieces in various quarters. And there is so much lies and drivel and nonsense being spoken that in order to try and be as transparent as I possibly can be, and I don't think I could have been any more transparent, to be honest, over the last couple of years, do you? I just thought, well, I need to do this stock take and to know exactly where I stand, how many of them are sold, which ones have got what ones sold on, and so on. So I might as well do it. And I had a chat to Chris and said, how do you fancy we do it live? And he said, yeah, I like that. So that's what we decided to do. And then when we did it, I thought, well, why not turn it into a live draw? And that's what we did. Now, what I haven't done is I haven't got the thing ready. Who have we got in? Andy Walton. Hello, Andy. Do you fancy doing this for me, Andy? To save me, otherwise I've got to set it up now. So all I did was, I put the date, stock take 15th of April. I didn't even write that it was the £25 ones, but stock take 15th of April, 50 PTV, used 191, available 9809, value 245,225. Do you fancy doing that on a document and then emailing me the document? Is that something you're happy to do? And then I can do the calculator bit and so on with Chris, and also at the same time text away with the entries that come in. I should have asked you beforehand. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Check you're in the right stream. Oh yeah, everybody check you're in the right stream. Make sure, Lady Robbins, make sure you come on to the Great British Coin Up one, because this goes through several people's channels. So if you haven't got all the comments from everybody else, then you're in the wrong one. to come out and come into my one. That'd be brilliant, Andy. Thank you. And then at the bottom, it'll have that total used, total available, value. So the value is obviously what's left. And that's all we need. Something like that. So that will be, I'm a bit like Eddie, just had a haircut. John's over here, he's just had a haircut as well. He's just had a little haircut. Here we got in, so we've got Katie G, hello Katie, Luke Walton, hello mate, DB2 Hull, hello to you, Ian Menham, hello to you. Cool. I sent you the last one by email, did you not get it? I did. But because this is the one I did, I printed this one off. But now, of course, I haven't got this one, so I will take your one, copy it, and put it in my thingy. In fact, I put yours in a different place. Where did I put yours? I put yours in a different folder. So many folders at the moment. Now, there's also been. There are things I'm not getting into, and I'm being very careful about not getting into them. But I will say this. There have been people that have been sharing on my behalf, sharing on behalf of Ian, sharing on behalf of the Great British Coin Hunt, and some of you have been getting an untold and a horrible amount of abuse from various quarters. And we all know who those quarters are, shameful people. And if you're getting any of that abuse, please let me know. Please let me know about it, all right? And, you know, take a screenshot. If you've got any of that abuse, take a screenshot and let me have it. Let me have it. Right between the eyes. Now then, before we start, before we get going, do we have any questions from anybody? Does anybody out there want to ask me a question? Anybody can ask one question about anything they want. There's no need for skullduggeries. There's no need for conniving and going in back doors and, you know, messaging people and all that kind of stuff. Just ask me. Don't need to go and ask anybody else. All you need to do is just ask me. Say, Ian, I've got a question, blah, blah, blah. And I'll answer the question for you. Anybody can ask one question. Not, you know, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep that now. And I'm going to put that aside. Ian, I'm really confused. Can you please explain the assay and the hallmark? Okay, so let's do that one. There's been a lot of talk about that, hasn't there? And there's been a lot of talk that's absolute, well, blowing hot air is one way of putting it. I mean, there's been all sorts of talk where people have been talking absolute nonsense. And when I say nonsense, I mean nonsense. You know, like, for instance, I've heard talk of every single piece of silver that gets sold in the UK must have an assay stamp. Absolute load of rubbish. Load of rubbish. Load of old piffle, that is. And anybody saying that kind of, anybody believing and getting involved in all that kind of stuff, well, I'd be, if I was them, I'd be seriously embarrassed. Think about this. You buy a silver shot. Silver shot is little bits of silver, probably in a bag. I won't profess to know about it because I don't. I bought some silver shot and I had it shipped direct to the chap that was making my silver bars. So I never even saw the silver shot. But I'm guessing this, and I think it's a fair guess, that when you buy silver shot, you'll buy some kind of a container, be that a bag or a box, and it will be full of little bits of silver. Do you really think those little bits of silver have been assayed? Do you really think those little tiny bits of silver are all individually properly hallmarked? You know, you'd have all of this work going on just to pour it into a kiln, or not kiln, but pour it into a crucible or whatever, heat it and melt it and make it into something else. It's not possible. Logically, think about it. No matter about what these people are telling you with all the chirpy, cheeps and all of that, you know, that's chirping is cheap. That's why it's called chirpy, cheep, because it's cheap. You know, anybody can chirp. But you see, the thing is, if you think about it, if every single item was assayed, that means that every single silver item that you saw in a shop, every single jewelry shop, every single shop that sold jewelry of any description, if it was made of silver, and there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of items all over the country, all of these, can you imagine all of these getting sent off to the assay office and people in the assay office all there assaying all of this silver that comes in and then sending it back? How would you be able to go and buy a $9.99 pair of silver earrings or a chain or whatever? It's not possible. Now, I'm not by any means saying that silver mustn't be marked. Nowhere on any of my videos have I ever said that silver mustn't be marked. Nowhere on my videos have I ever said I'm above the law or anything like that. We can all pick fault, and we can all pick fault with anything. You know, the reason we can all pick fault is because whatever you talk about, whatever you say, a lot of the times you can go, oh yeah, well that could be said that way. Oh, well that could mean that. That could be said another way. And you can pick on a person for saying the wrong word or whatever. And then yourself go and use tons and tons and tons of wrong words and wrong sentences while you're picking on someone else for using the wrong word. Do you know what I mean? So let's get this straight about assaying, right? In order for you to know the exact law surrounding assaying, one important thing that you should know. That important thing is Google. That's what you need to know. Google or Bing or whatever it is, MSN, whatever it is that you use. I think only the Hallmark jewellery are the ones that cost more. I picked this up from the Antiques Roadshow. You're probably not wrong, Grace. I tell you something, you individually know more about silver and bullion and gold than I ever will. I wouldn't profess for 1 second to know more than you know, because I already know that you know a lot about that subject. So this is what I'm going to say about assaying, right? Google, Bing, MSN, whatever search engine you use, DuckDuckGo, whatever you use, search it for the assay office. Then ring up the assay office or send them an email and ask them. Don't come and ask me. Don't come and ask me what the rules are around assaying and then try and trip me up, you know, giving it all this and all the rest of it. That's silly business, that is. Just go and ask the assay office if you want to know the law on assaying. I don't profess to know the law on assaying. What I do know and understand is that precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, all that kind of stuff, it has to be hallmarked in some way or another. Now, what are mine? Mine are marked 999 silver. I've said that so many times till I'm blue in the face. Let's get a silver bar and have a look. What's actually on our silver bars? I don't even know. Why don't I know? Because I don't pay that much attention to it because I've got so many other things to do. What's this got on it? Where's my magnifying glass? Right. It's got on the back of the bar 999 and a code. Do I understand what that code means? No. All I know is the person I bought these bars from is a reputable hand pourer of silver and makes stuff to do with silver. And Chris might have the person's, I took a screenshot of their Facebook page and Chris might have that and I don't mind showing it again. This is the person I got them off from Facebook. I was talking to somebody, it was one of my customers, and I said to them, I'm interested in doing a bit of silver, and do you know anybody? And this person said, try this person here because they make things with silver. So I approached them and said, could you make me some silver bars? What could you make? And we talked, and we came up with these silver bars. Thank you. It's that simple. So I rely on the fact that the person, my wholesaler, the person I buy them off, they deal in silver. They're the silver person, not me. They're the poorer. They're the poorer. They're the ones that make or whatever they make, whether it be a Monopoly set, whether it be a silver, I don't know, they might make a silver ornamental pipe for all I know. I've not got a clue. You can make anything nowadays. You know, if somebody had enough money and they wanted to, they could make a silver tape measure. I'm sure they could. But, you know, and don't go and pick on me for the fact that I've just used those silly examples. But this is stamped 999 and it's got a code on it. So understand this, that the silver bars that you get from me are stamped, and they are stamped 999. Now, again, there is a lot of chirpy, cheap, cheap, and a lot of slating and a lot of really nasty stuff going on and going around, and rumours and bad stuff and one thing and another. If you want to know about silver and gold, when next time you're in town, pop into your local jewellers and ask them, what's the score then? This pair of earrings that you've got for sale in your jewellery shop for $9.99, did you send that off to the assay office to get assayed individually? And I'm sure, I don't know, I don't profess to know the answer, but logically, I'm sure that jeweller would say to you, well, actually, no, it doesn't work like that, because that would make it too expensive. We can't send every single piece off. Bit of trivia here, says Grace. There are 9 different hallmarks, each representing the 9 different assay offices around the UK. There you go. I have no reason to argue or anything with Grace, because I know Grace knows what she's talking about. But I believe some assay offices are now closed due to cost cutting. And you see, here's another thing, right? I mean, I likened it to the other day, we had somebody come in the stream and they tried to spoil things. We know who it was. And they tried to come in and they tried to spoil things and spoil things for you lot. And they was, you know, one question after another and all that kind of stuff. And in the end, I said, look, it's like liver and bacon. I can't stand it. Therefore, I don't go into a cafe and I don't order liver and bacon. I go into a cafe, I might order bangers and mash. I like bangers and mash. I don't order liver and bacon. Not interested in it. So if my videos have no interest to you whatsoever, don't watch them. Just don't watch them. If my silver bars make you want to puke, don't enter the competition to get one. If any one of you out there doesn't like what I'm doing with the silver bars, do us both a favour. There's 2 things I'd like you not to do. 1, don't buy a silver bar. 2, don't buy an entry into George's prize draw for £1.50 to win a silver bar. That's what I'd like you to do, or not to do. Don't do it. Instead of listening to these people that are just stirring, and they're talking absolute nonsense. They have no idea what they're talking about. They pull up a piece of paper off the internet, they start reading it, they can't even read correctly, they don't understand English, and they don't understand what it is that they're reading. And they're trying to convince you of what they don't understand to be some kind of fact and factual. Absolute rubbish. You go trawling through my videos, going back, what, how long have we been doing this now, John? 3-4 years, something like that?
Well, the actual videos.
All the videos and things like that. About 3 years, something like that. You go trawling through any of my videos and you go and see some of the predictions that I make, and you'll see that they've panned out. Look at the predictions that I made over the aviation coin and the Jane Austen coin and the D-Day coin and the what was that other? Not aviation. Began with an A. But all those coins that were non-released coins and one thing and another, how they've gone up in value. You know, you're looking at a Queen's Beast now, you're looking at somewhere in the region of about 60, 70 quid. You're looking at aviation and Jane Austen, you're looking at 50 quid or more. I was the first person to value a Kew Gardens at £89. And I told people it would go to more than 100, 150 quid. And people laughed at me and they called me names when I said that a Kew Gardens would go to 150 quid. How much is it now? It's more than 150 quid, isn't it? The Academy, thank you, Phil. The moment the Academy was released, it's not even sold out yet. And I came on and said to you, you're looking at an £80 coin there. If the information they've given is real and true, you're looking at an £80, £100 coin there before it's even sold out. Because it is the lowest mintage of all of the £5 coins, or it was at the time, 10,000 mintage or something like that. And most of those went to Change Checker, 288 group. They had most of them. And I know that because I've got the proof of that when they offered me a load of them, and I've got the proof of how many they had in stock. And they were sitting on them, waiting for them to go up in value. But I told you what that would be worth the moment it got released. HMS Belfast, I told you, was a £25 coin. And you got Change Range. They slated me over that. Dave Hill and Lee Holt and all of them. They slated me. Shouldn't mention any names, Ian, but they slated me over that, telling me it was a £4 coin. You know, the mintage on a Navy and a 2015 Britannia is the same as an England-ish. So how can you say that the value is not going to be the same? The value is going to be the same. So that's what I've got to say about the silver. If you don't like my silver, don't buy it. There are, Change Range, hello. There are grey areas with silver in the UK loopholes, if you like. Bullion does not to have a hallmark. But if you pour something for the purposes of sale or the design, etc., then it is no longer bullion. Well, on that score, I won't argue with you because I don't know. What I do know is, absolute fact, is that you roasted me, you and your guys absolutely roasted me over the Belfast and the Britannia. And even when I bought a lot off your partner, Dave Hill, I bought loads off him, and you absolutely roasted me over that. Saying, no, it's not, it's never going to be worth that. It's never going to be worth that. It's only a £4 coin. Really? There's HMS Belfast getting sold for 100 quid because they've got the error on them, certain error on them. And even without the error, it's a £25, £30 coin. And if anybody out there can listen to me just to tell them what to do and what to put away, I would say, if you can buy a Belfast cheap, buy it. Buy as many as you can and put them away. I had £100,000 of stock stolen from me, but I had over 1,200 of those coins. They were all stolen, but I had about 1,200 of those coins. And I would keep buying them and keep buying them and keep buying them. That's why I bought them off a Change Range, because they were cheap and I knew what they would go up to in value. Any poorer who wants to be accredited would hallmark their work if it helps someone to sell it on. Well, that then is the code that's on the back of these silver bars, Change Range. You know, I've never said that they're not marked by the person that hand poured them. It's just that people like you and other customers have been led up the garden path by loads and loads of this, saying and telling lies about what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And I always say to people, if you want to know something, go to the horse's mouth. Go and ask the horse. I'm the horse. Don't ask anybody else about Ian. Go and ask Ian about Ian. You know, I won't go to somebody else and ask them about Change Range. If I want to go to Change Range, I'll ask Change Range. That just makes sense to me, doesn't it you? If I want to know something about Phil Corbett, I'm not going to go to Change Range and say, yeah, Change Range, do us a favour, tell me about Phil Corbett. No, I'll go and ask Phil Corbett. But you see, you've got these people making up stories in order to make videos, in order to make me respond, and I won't respond. And I don't call this a response video. I will not respond to these people. They are not worth. They're not worth my time in making response videos. And I have no intention of making any response videos. And that makes, when you don't respond to people, what happens is their confidence levels go up. And their confidence levels go up, I don't know the word, incorrectly. Because they're getting more confident and more confident because nobody's coming back to them and going, oh, you're wrong, or you're wrong, stop talking about me, and so on. And I'm just not getting involved. So that's what's going on at the moment. And if any of you want to go and watch and believe in all of that tripe, then crack on, jog on. I'm not bothered. We've got a nice little exclusive club on my channel. We've got nice customers. We've got people that don't mind spending a few quid. Some of them don't spend a lot. That's cool. We have a nice little system going on. People with or without money can win a few stuff. Let's start doing the stock taking. You're right. So there we go. Britannia is still a £4 coin. You're wrong, Change Range. Britannia is not a £4 coin. You might as well say that then England is a £4 coin, and it's not. And it's the same mintage. And I'll give you this challenge. I will buy all of the Britannia 2015s off you that you can find at £4 each. And I will buy all of the HMS Belfasts that you can find for £4 each. You send them my way and I'll buy every single one. You don't have to pay eBay any commission. You don't have to pay anybody any commission. Just send them all my way. Give me a legitimate invoice and I will buy it. There's my challenge to you, and I'll buy every single one. And I promise you this, I bet you won't even offer me a single one at £4. They are not a £4 coin. You know, what you talk about selling every day for £4 is you think that selling something at a starting price in an auction is the actual retail price, and it's not, unfortunately. But you know, you've got your business, I've got mine. You run your business the way that you want to run it, and I'll run my business the way that I want to run it. That's fair, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to get back to doing our stock take. And by the way, it is one question per person. Any more than one question, don't ask it. Right, so what was we doing first? Oh yeah, so anybody wants to get in on this silver bar that we're doing today? By the way, your debut is not our debut. Yeah, well, mate, you know what would really help Change Range, honestly, and I'll make this plea to you once again, live on camera, right? What would really help is for me and you to talk. I don't know if I'm talking to Lee Holt, Dave Hill, or someone else, or someone else, or someone else. All I see is the Change Range logo. I've offered to speak to you on the phone many times. You and I could have avoided so much unpleasantness if you and I just talked on the phone. If we just had a chat, we ironed out whatever differences and problems we've got, and we moved on. Because that, mate, is what the coin community should be about. It shouldn't be about people at each other's throats every 5 minutes. If you really care about the coin community, by and large, then you wouldn't want people at each other's throats every 5 minutes. And I've been trying to talk to you for 2 years. So, you know, that's all I will say. I will make another plea to you and say, mate, why don't me and you have a talk on the phone? Because all of this is very, very silly, and it doesn't need to be. And it's damaging the coin community, which you and I both seem to serve in some kind of a way. That's what my thoughts are. You know, people that don't sell coins have got no right to value coins. There's something else I'll just throw in there. Right. Now we're going to go on to, anybody wants to join in, Anne Jessup, is that the first one? Anne Jessup, 81. Okay, thank you, Chris, getting me back on it. So anybody wants to buy entries, 150 over at thegreatbritishcoinhunt.co.uk. and you know what you get, or super chat the payment. I'll see the super chat payment, and then we'll add you. Right, so Anne Jessup, 81 times £39 equals £3,159, Andy. 81 off of 10,000 is 9,919 times £39 equals £386,841 worth of stock left to sell on annejessup.co.uk. Big Wins TV, 47. Look at that, only 47 of those. Have you all got your pen and paper to make notes so that you can, you know which ones? 47 times £39 equals £1,833 worth sold. You are talking to Joe. That's very kind of you, Joe. Thank you very much. You are, honestly, you are the first person from Change Range that will actually tell me who I'm talking to. Generally speaking, they don't tell me. You know, I would love a phone call with you. I really would. £1,833 worth have been sold. What did I say it was? 47. So that is 9,953 times 39 point equals £388,167 is what is available left to sell on Big Wins. No malice from me here. No malice from me either, Joe. So that is fantastic. Brexit20.co, look, 142 on that one. 142. So if you're thinking about buying one, your odds are better off at the moment on Big Wins TV. Times £39 equals £5,538 worth sold. How many was that, sorry? Just showing that 142, so that'll be 9,858 times £39 equals, no, that can't be right, 9,858 times £39 equals £384,462 worth left to sell. And if you don't like my silver bars and you win one, you can always melt it down and make something else. Or get a hand pourer to do it for you. 40 changechecker.email, 47. 47 times £39 equals £1,833 worth sold. 47 will be 9,953 times £39 equals £388,167 worth left to sell. And in case you're wondering where we get these figures from, this is because we have decided 10,000 is the absolute maximum that can go on a wheel. Change-checker.net, 45. And even if we don't get enough entries for this competition today, we're still doing the draw. Changechecker.net, 45. So 45 times £39 equals £1,755 worth sold. 45, 9,955 times £39 equals 388,245. Are you doing these as well?
No.
Oh, you're doing something else. 388,245. So in short, all my bars have got some kind of stamp on them. Changechecker.news, 44. Anybody that tells you different is talking out of their what's-its. 44 times £39 equals 1,716 sold on that one. And if you all make sure you share the stream, we'll have a giveaway in a minute. 1,716 sold, 44. That'll be 9,956 times 39 equals 388,284 available to sell. Now I'm just going to run through. I'll do this one, and then I'm going to run through what the prize is. 138 times £39 equals. That's the one that's got the most sold so far, isn't it? £5,382 worth sold. 139. Oh, 139 is 9,861 times £39 equals 384,579 pounds worth left to sell for change-checker.news. Okay, so what we've got is, just pass me those 3 bags over there. That's it. So the Ian's.tv silver bar, they've all been packaged up. There's 3 left. The others are over there, waiting to be posted. There's 3 left. There's 2 for sale at the moment, and there's 1 being given away in this stream. And what's in here is, in every single one of these packets is a Ian's.tv silver bar. In 2 of these packets, you've also got 7 TGBCH coins. In 2 of these packets, instead of the TGBCH coins, you've got a Peter Rabbit silver. In 1 of the packets, instead of that, you've got 10 A to Z coins. In another packet, instead of any of those, you've got a Tom Kitten silver. And in another packet, instead of any of those that I've just mentioned, you've got a silver Q from the Tempe alphabet set, right? Every single package contains a 1971 decimal set. Every single package contains a non-release coin. That could be worth anything from 5 or 10 quid up to 50 or 80 quid, depending on the coin. Every single package contains a Capital Cities Belfast £1 coin. 6 of the packages contain a £40 rebate voucher, because at 80 quid you get a 50% rebate voucher because you spent over 75. And 1 of the packages, instead of having a £40 rebate voucher, has got a £500 rebate voucher. And 1 of those 6 packages that's got a £40 voucher, 1 of those vouchers also says you've won a super wheel spin with the multiplier. So you could win up to something and win whatever it is that you win up to 13 times, depending on your level of support. That's what's there. And it's 1 of these that's up for grabs, right? That's what we're doing the 150th shot for. So you can go over to greatbritish.co.uk, and at the end of this stream, when we've done a stock take, we're gonna do a live draw, and someone's going to win one. We've been doing these every day for a week. Grumpy sold out, Mr. Happy sold out, Potless TV sold out, and now Ian's TV nearly sold out. 150 on the site. Can you say that again, Ian? No. What, all of that lot? No. Oh, yeah, 150 on the site, greatbritish.co.uk, or super chat your payment with a comment how many tickets you want, £1.50 each. So if you super chat £2.99, just say 2 tickets, please. We'll see it because it's nice and prominent. Okay, so that is what is in the draw. Okay, so back to the stock take. Don't worry about interfering with the stock take. If I see a super chat payment come up, or I refresh and see an order for one, then I will stop and text it to Chris, who will add you to the wheel immediately. chrisinson.co. Is there any chance, Chris? Hang on a minute before we do that one. Is there any chance? If this is too difficult, that's fine because I haven't asked you about this before. Is there a chance of doing a split screen and putting me on one side and the wheel on the other, and then as anybody enters and I text it to you, people can see the names going on the wheel? Is that possible? While I do that calculation, 64 times £39 equals Chris Hinson, Andy, is £2,496 worth sold. 64, that will be 9,946 times £39 means there's £387,894 worth left to sell. And that's Chris Hinson. So if we wanted to give £100,000 worth away, we could, you know, because we've got so many. I'm not saying I'm going to give £100,000 worth away, but I'm saying I could if I wanted to. So refresh. No, not possible, needs full screen. Okay, it was just an idea. It's just an idea. So it's £150 a go, and you can pay either way. Try not to leave it all till the last minute, because I know some of you will, you buggers. Corona update TV, 189 times £39 equals £7,371 worth sold. 189. I'm glad you're writing it down, because I forget instantly. So that'll be 9,811 times £39 equals £382,629, Andy. Ian's Bandits are in, the 2 Happy Birthdays are in, and the I Blame Ian is in. They're not bad. My favourites out of all of those are the birthdays. I think they're really good. Dinosaur50p.co.uk, 51 sold. £1,989, Andy. 51 sold. That will be 9,949 times 39 equals £388,011. £388,011 is how much there is left to sell. Ian P. Lambert, 45. 45 times 30, nobody wants that one, I'm not surprised. £39 equals £1,755 worth already sold. 9,955 times £39 equals £388,245, Andy. iplambert.co.uk, 50 sold. 50 times £39 equals £1,950 worth already sold. 1,950 times 39 equals £388,050. 388,050. kewgardens50p.co.uk, 51 sold. 51 times 39 point equals £1,989 worth sold. 9,949 times £39 equals 600. I'm going to do that again. 9,949 times 39 point equals £388,011. £388,011 left to sell. Flying through these, aren't we? That'll be only the boxes that are on by the door. Well done, Luke. I'll just fire that across. Luke. GPD. Two entries for you, Luke. Next up is martinmcdade.co.uk, 157 entries. 157 times 1 point equals £6,123 worth have been sold. And 157 will be 9,800, 5743 times 39 point equals 383,000. It's quite a true thing, isn't it? Having a bad day, turn it around with the raffle entries, either over on tgbshadesraffle.com or even here on this one. One of you is going to win this today for a couple of quid. Can't be bad. The rest of you have probably thrown a couple of quid in the bin, but that's all right. You're paying for the person that wins it. So if you got that one, Andy, the martinmcdade.co.uk, £383,877 worth left to sell. This is all your parcels going off. Ostomate TV, 165. 165 times £39 equals £6,435 worth sold. 165 is 9,835 times 39 equals £383,565 worth left to sell. Let's see if there's any orders on the site. Puddle duck 45. I've been thinking of a puddle duck coin. 45 times £39 equals 1,755 have been sold. Puddle duck 50p. 1,955 times 39 equals £388,245 worth left to sell. That's the highest one so far, isn't it? Royal Mint News 200. So 200 times 39 point equals 7,800 have been sold. 9,800 times £39 equals £382,200 worth left to sell. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's something not right there. There's something not right there. Wasn't Royal Mint .news. It might not have been. It might have been Royal Mint TV. Wasn't Royal Mint News one of the ones that I said no? They were £100 ones. There was about half a dozen that I said would be limited to about 100 or so. I've got to make sure I don't mess that up. I'll check that another time. £5 from Michael Bloxham. That's the wrong amount, Michael. You need 50p change. I can't give you any change. But you're in. Okay, so I'm going to have to check on. Yeah, I'm going to have to check on those ones because there are a couple I said wouldn't be unlimited or even 10,000. Rollmint.blog. Rollmint blog 55. So 55 times 39 point equals. Nice to see you, Michael. 2,145 has been sold. 9,945 times 39 point equals £387,855 worth left to potentially sell. Because remember, just because we own the stock, there's no guarantees that I am going to sell it all. This is just the amount of stock that is available. Originals in £25 limited access, I remember. Yeah, because I know Royal Mint TV is a £100 one, and that one was limited. So I do need to check those actually at some point. I won't do it now because it will take up time, but I will check those because there's a couple that I don't want to, because otherwise it's not fair to the people that bought into it, you know. But it only represents about half a dozen, so I will be able to figure that out. Changechecker.com was another one. I remember that. Royal Mint Coin.co.uk. 46 of those have been sold times 39 point equals 46 times 39 point equals 1,794 of those have been sold. 9,954 times 39 point equals £388,206 left to sell. Tell me when we're about halfway through it and I will do a giveaway. Chris. Lost internet amount should have been £9. Okay, so I will just add some more to that for you, Michael. 6 in total. Got ya. So you've got 6 entries. Well done. Next we're on to Snowman. 50p, 47. 47 times 39 point equals £1,833 worth sold. 9,953 times £39 equals £388,167 worth left to sell. And what we're going to do in this draw is, whoever wins, there's 3 left. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just do a couple of giveaways afterwards then. Might as well keep going. We'll spin it. We'll get a winner for the silver bar. Then we'll take that person's name off the wheel. Then we'll spin it again. We'll have a second prize. Take that person's name off the wheel. Spin it again. Have a third prize. And there you are. Bob's your uncle. And Frederica is your aunt. 3 left. We might as well do all 3. And then I'll do a couple of giveaways. Being as people are patiently waiting. So make sure you've all shared the stream if you want the bonus. And we'll get John
to write a number.
Down.
Okay.
The Great USA Coin Hunt. 49 times 39 equals £1,911 sold. 9,951 times 39 equals £388,089 left to sell. 388089. Two more.
Hello, Casper. You've been there.
WestminsterCollections.co.uk. Look, only 49 on that one.
You get out orchids.
49 times 39 equals £1,911 sold. Worth sold. 49, 9,951 again times 39 equals. No, that's wrong. 9,951 times 39 equals £388,089 again. Oh, it's the same answer as the previous one because they've both got 49. And then we've got Jeffrey Brinklow for 4 entries. Jeffrey Brinklow, 4 times GPD. Isn't it funny how it's gone? It's turned out that most people like to have a go by Super Chat now. And we have some more entries here, 6 entries. This is yours, Robert. 6 times. WWF50p.co.uk. 49 of those sold. 49 times 39 equals £1,911 worth sold. It's 49 again, so it'll be the same answer as before. £388,089 worth left to sell. 349's on the bounce, look at that. And I imagine we've got 1 more left now. Was that the last one? That was the last one, that's it. Okay, so let me know what the total value is of what we've got left to sell when you've added it up, Andy. Right. For the rest of you, oh, you might want to just do that in a second, Andy, so that you can join in the giveaway. Right. Are you ready? Hopefully you've all shared. 3, 2, 1, go. See if you can guess the number that John has written down on this bit of paper. Mine's milk, 2 sugars. Ah. You can win anything up to £100. There we go, we have a winner. First person to win, Rebecca McIntosh, it's number 54. Right in the middle there. And we just find out what number Rebecca is. Rebecca is a 3. So that is, are you okay writing these down on the list, Katie? So Rebecca McIntosh, £30 membership voucher. Okay, you've got a few more minutes to get some more orders in. Just add a couple more in. Oops. Just bear with me. I've got a little package for you here, Rebecca. It's got 2 silver coins that you've won. I haven't posted it yet. 2 times GPB. That's you. The owner. Same. 2 times GPB. 2 for you. Then we've got KG. And that is 4 times GPB. Those 2 as completed. Lorna is doing the listing, no worries, just nipped on to send super chat. Giveaway started and moved it off screen. Yeah, I got yours, RJ. I've sent yours to Chris, so I got yours. Got everybody's actually. And we'll scroll down as well, so everybody can see their names and how many times you're on it. Oh, 54. Yeah. So you have a few more minutes if anybody wants to get any entries in.
Pen, please.
Oh yeah. Doesn't matter how many entries come in, we're still going to do the free spins and the free prizes. Oh, you've written it there. Gotcha. Are we ready? I'm up to date with all the entries so far, so if anybody wants to throw any more entries at me, I can take it. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we got a whopper. Ian Menham, number 19. Where is it? I could see it a minute ago. There it is, right in the middle. 19. No, 19. that'll be Ian Menham. That's £100 membership voucher because Ian Menham is a full Monty. So £100 away. Of however many millions and billions. Telephone. Just having another check, make sure there's no more entries in there. Right then. Write a number down on there between 0 and 100.
Good morning, world. Good morning, newspaper. Morning, mail. Morning, sprinkles. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Renaissance Fair. Morning, boss.
I asked Fran to write down a number and she thought I had to guess it. Right then, so we have another number, up to £100 up for grabs. 3, 2, 1, go. We're not going to stay on until 5 o'clock. I've got John here. He's a bit more important, so we're just going to do the draw in a minute. So make sure you get your entries in. It's your last call.
You done the stock take?
Yeah, finished.
Oh, right, cool.
I'm just waiting for Andy to tell me how much in a minute.
Okay.
He'll give us a total.
Doing the maths.
Yeah.
Good old Andy, some say.
Ouch. Look at that. He's done me again. Ian Menham. He's a bandit, isn't he? Look. Number 63.
Be up with Andy.
All right, mate. Number 63. There we go. So that is Ian Menham. So that's now £200 for Ian Menham. Okay. Are there any more for any more? Any last minute entries before we close it off and change it? And I'll put tomorrow's date on. I've got to find the thingy. Where is it? Organs, products. There we go. So only super chat payments now, and even then you've only got a couple of minutes. And remember, if you want to know anything, always ask the horse's mouth. Don't listen to children, just come and ask me. Lady Robbins is going to have a go. more for any more. And there are 2 left. If you don't want to take, if you don't win this, and you think, oh, I want to definitely get one, then ask the horse, not the ass. The ass. Yes, exactly. Don't ask children. Come and ask the grown-ups. You know what I mean? You know. When you go into college and you want to learn, you don't go and ask the students. You ask the teacher. Don't ask the children. Speak to the grown-ups. Right, now then, that's so we've got any more for any more. Get in now, speak now, or forever hold your peace until tomorrow, at least. And once this one's done, it's closed off on the website, so you can't buy any more for today's draw on the website. It's tomorrow only now, so if you, so it's open for tomorrow on the website. For tomorrow's draw, because we will do another Ian's TV bar tomorrow at the end of the stream tomorrow for giveaways, and then there will only be 1 left. So at the moment there are 2 left. Okay, and we'll call that closed. So and then I'm gonna go and spend a little half an hour with my mate. Comes to 8,897,616, I think. Okie dokie, that's not bad. The other one was about 3.5 million, so now we're up to 12, 13 million-ish. And that's just on those 2, and we've got the £100 wheels to go yet. Okay. Right then, so Chris is just getting all that ready, and then we're going to be in. Cool, quite happy with that. We've got, should be 50 entries on there, and Chris is just scrolling that up. We can't do this on every draw throughout the week, but Chris is scrolling up so you can see all the people that are in the draw, which means that these are the people that would like to win one. So good luck to everybody. Remember, the 2nd and 3rd prize winners get to choose. You can tell me straight away in the stream, or you can text me after or email me. Your choice. And I'll tell you what those choices are in a minute. And we're off. We're off, we're off, we're off. Well, look at that. Lady Robbins has got the silver bar. That's 2 you've won. Have you won 2 Ian's TV, or did you win a potless? So there we go. So Lady Robbins has been removed from the wheel. and the list will be on Facebook after the stream. Now we're going to spin for a choice between 3.5 kilos of chocolate, which is out of date and it may contain nuts, or 7 TGBCH coins, or you can have a coin case, that coin case that I showed you. Those 2 late entries paid off, says RJ. They did, didn't they? So that is your choice for this spin. The 3.5 kilos of chocolate, the coin case, or 7 TGBCH coins. Whenever you're ready, Chris, you can hit the button. Little bit of subliminals. Have to edit the wheel. Lady R's name not removed completely. Will do on screen. Okay, mate. And what we'll do, just to be clear about the rules, so as we do this, we remove the winner's name. Supposing there was, let's use Lady Robbins as an example. Supposing there was a one still left on there with Lady Robbins, and he spun the wheel and her name came up again, then we just go, you can't have it, it should have been removed, we'll spin it again. So if that ever happens, that's what we'll do on this particular draw. I think it does like you, Lady Robbins. I don't know what the silver bar is that you won, but if you won an Ian's TV and you just won another one, that means you've got 2. Do you want both, or do you want to swap one for another silver bar? Somebody might swap with you in the TGBCH prize wheel swap group. Can't be accused of cheating. That's cool. And it's RJ Coins. RJ Coins has been removed, so you get to choose, RJ. Do you want the chocolate? Do you want the case? Do you want the 7 coins? And then the last spin, this spin, you get to choose between a Silver Peter Rabbit or 7 TGBCH coins. I don't mind which. And this one just squeezes on to Andy Babs. So RJ Coins has got to let me know what he wants, and Andy Babs has got to let me know what he wants. RJ Coins will have the coin case. And Andy Babs, you can let me know what you want by text. because you'll probably be watching this on catch up. Thanks to everybody for entering. If you want to go in tomorrow's one for one of the few remaining D&TV silver bars, then get on it and get in there, and we'll be doing that tomorrow. But tomorrow's main thing, 3 o'clock, will be all the draws, the £39 draws, which all come with 39 guesses until somebody wins that set. You've used up, between you all, 7,000 guesses. It's one of those 3,000 that are left. Right then, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll say it for one more time. If you want to know anything, come in our stream. Whoever you are, just come in our stream and ask a question. One per person per day. But ask, if you want to know anything about me or the business, ask me direct. Don't go and ask children. Come and ask me. Nice one. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Coin hunt, we got what you want. We got gold and silver, seems everyone's a winner. It's so elementary. You get one free entry every single rifle man.